Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another exciting Vobes One-Eyed Kenobi Showbie on the 15th of January. Live, ladies and gentlemen, live and direct, as they used to say. I don't know whether they still say that. Live and direct on an audio thing near you, with visuals and pictures and video and goodness knows what else there is. It's all coming into you. And here we are from Worthing in West Sussex, doing our best to keep you cheered and entertained. And with me to help keep this wonderful ship afloat and hopefully not bailing madly is the lovely Julia, but in a remote location. Now, in order for me to talk to her and for you to hear her, I have to put my headphones on. So we do that like this. Of course, it improves my face no end, makes me look one of those... what is that character in Doctor Who? You know the ones. I'll ask Julia, because she is, of course, a Doctor Who fanatic. So let's see where she is. Hello, Julia! I think you need to unmute yourself, don't you? Oh, here we go. Dink.
Yes.
There we go. You have me worried. You did that on purpose, didn't you? You did that on purpose.
It's a running joke. You meant a Cyberman, right?
Yes, Cyberman, that's what it is. Yeah, the old Cyberman. Don't you think these headphones are very much, if they were just sprayed silver, they would be cyber. I'm sure that they are modelled on these headphones. Is that better? Can you hear me? Yeah, you do match.
I can't hear you because I haven't plugged them in.
Oh, I see. But you can hear me ordinarily.
I can.
Oh.
And it's not affecting you, is it?
No. It's nice that I can hear you nice and clear. I've been fiddling around underneath the studio. Now, I'm hoping that everybody can hear us. So do let us know, because if you can't, then that would be a nightmare. My phone has just gone ping, which always worries me. In case it's somebody going, can't hear you, can't see you, where are you? It's not happening. Now, lovely Julia, have you got up there the chat feed so that we can see everybody who's on the show tonight?
You sent me an email, didn't you?
I did. I sent you an email with a link. You see, it's all highly technical. You wouldn't believe what's going on in the studio. I have two. Now, you remember last time I mentioned to people, and I still haven't got enough lead on my... it's only because it's coiled round lots of other leads at the moment. I meant to uncoil it before the show, but and I can only show you by going to here and there. I have my big main desk, that, as you saw now, but I also have a secondary desk here, which is my fold-back desk. That means I can actually listen to Julia without accidentally sending her feed twice down the pipe, so that you would get a strange echo. And also... hopefully you don't hear me twice, which is why I've had to... So that Julia... Yeah, it's complicated. It's complicated. I've had a bit of a brain thunk over it, trying to work it all out. But anyway, there she is, the lovely Julia, with her lovely horses and Concord behind her.
Yeah, unfortunately you could see more of my mess today, but never mind.
Oh, sorry about that. We're going to build you a nice new studio, I think, once lockdown is over. We'll get you a shed in the garden that you can barricade yourself in and put lots of unicorns in.
Then you'll really hear the rain on that.
Yeah, then I'll really hear the rain. But we like a bit of atmosphere in this show. So anyway, never mind all that. Are there anybody out there? Is there anybody out there? That's what I should say.
Yes, I need to switch it to live chat again.
Okay.
We have the lovely Judith, the lovely Station Master's Choice, the lovely Kerry Baldwin, the lovely Glyn Horton, the lovely Peter Coombs, the lovely Tall Podge Rog, the lovely Mark Donny MacLeod, the lovely Rasputin of Artington, the lovely Ernie Samat, the lovely Mark Donny MacLeod. I think I said you. Did I say you? I don't know if I said you. The lovely Nigel Sadler, the lovely Sean's Garden Diary, the lovely Clive Waterfall, the lovely the lovely Mother Nature, the lovely, look for a new name, Ramabood 2, the lovely Ron Langley, the lovely Eastbourne Couple, the lovely Dave Over Yonder, the lovely Bob Fig, the lovely Michael White, the lovely Kate Evans, the lovely new name, looking for a new name, Linda Kane, lovely to see you, Linda, the lovely, I can't see any new names, Audrey Forbes Hamilton, Fiona Cooper, the lovely Fiona Cooper, the lovely Nootka Seaglass, the lovely Laura Riddle, the lovely, any new names? Alan Sandel, Jeffrey Harrison, I think I saw there, Ian Dance, all the lovely, Paul Cockerill, Witchfinder General, don't come for me, Ford Nutt, and I think I've got everybody that is visible on my screen.
Fantastic.
And hello to everyone I didn't mention.
Ford Nutt out there says, Richard, I love watching your stuff. Really suffer from mental health. Please give us a shout out. Ford Nutt, it's fantastic to have you on. And are you in Ford near Arundel? Is that where that comes from, or is it the car you drive, or whatever? It's always interesting to know where people's YouTube names come from. We should do a show on that sometime, where people can tell us the reason why they're called what they are. I mean, some people it's pretty obvious. Some people it's their name, but some people, you know, are a little bit of a mystery. Be quite fun, wouldn't it, Julia?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Mystery.
No, to find out people's names. Were you listening to anything I said? Yes.
I was just taking the Michael.
Oh, well, that's all right. You take the Michael and I'll take the Mickey. So now on today's show, we got quite a number of videos which have come in, which is very good. We'll also have some art. And do you remember Susan, who was down there in South Hams?
Yes.
Lovely Sue. Yeah,
lovely conversation with.
We had a lovely conversation with her down there in South Hams. She didn't talk like this at all, did she?
No, she didn't.
No, she didn't. That's right. Is she out there watching? Is she there typing away? Is she out there? I didn't hear her name come up. But
spotted her.
No, fair enough.
Didn't say her name.
No, that's good. I'm not saying that's good. What I mean is she sent in a video.
Oh.
Oh, yes. So she sent in a video, and I thought we would start with that. And to be honest with you, I haven't a clue what it's about because I've been panicking here. I have not looked through all of these videos. So mostly I do, and mostly I make sure and vet everything. But, you know, in the end, you get a feel for people and you trust. I mean, I trust all of these people who've sent a video in. If it was a strange name, then I wouldn't. I'd have to just be a bit cautious. I always have to check the encoding. If you do send in a video, please send it in at 720p if you can. It's so much. Is that your comedy chair?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I'll try and sit still.
Apparently, Witchfinder General isn't going to come after you because he's been furloughed.
Oh, that's lucky then,
So he
isn't it?
says, yeah. Absolutely brilliant. Right, okay, so let's go into the video box. We'll get our first video up and running, and then we can have a chinwag and open the phones and see what happens. By the way, if you do phone in, at the moment, I have worked out a plan how to do this, but I haven't managed to do it yet, and that is, I think Julia should be able to hear the call, but I don't think Julia will be able to talk back. So she'll have to say things to me in my ear, and I'll have to talk back, if you see what I mean. I need to reroute her audio on a separate channel on the thing, which then I can send to the channel that sends the audio to the phone. It's like a little backwards loop thing. Otherwise, we will have terrible things. Right, let's go into the video box, see if this is all up and running and working. Fantastic. Did you hear that, Julia? That's a worry, because I didn't hear that either. That will be. Hang on a minute. That will blow everything away. Is my microphone too hot? I think my microphone's too hot. I feel like it's. I can see it going into red. So you didn't hear that? Oh, the audience did. You heard the thing. Oh, right. Okay. So hang on. Let me just think. Let me just have a quick think why you can't hear it, because where is your audio coming in? You should hear it on the show. Oh, it may be that you have to hear it from the YouTube. Yeah, so you may have to mute your mic and then watch the YouTube delay. I'm sorry about that. But in theory, you should hear it, but you heard it before, didn't you? I didn't hear it. I'm just thinking because I didn't hear it. All right, well, let's see. We'll play the first video. If you don't hear it, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't hear it, just tell me. And don't muck about. Don't pretend. What have I just done? I've only... Oh, yes, that's right. Oh, yeah. Hang on a minute. Sorry. Hang on. Yes, that's true. You can't hear Julia You can't hear Julia. That's true. It's something I've got to think about. You can't hear Julia when it's a single on me. What I need to do is add your audio so that you can. It's a very complicated system, this. And once it's all set up, it's all set up. So you can't hear Julia now. That's interesting. I'm glad people reminded me that. That's why we have to have ourselves like this. But it is possible for me to do it. I just got to have a bit more thinking practice. Oh, I've worked it all out now. I've done my thinking practice. It's marvellous. Yes, when I'm on a single of me. So let's go to the videos and we'll try the first one. I'll have to do the button again now, which will send off that video. But if you don't love a live show, yeah, thanks. If you don't hear the video, just let me know. So here we go. Oh, hang on. I went back to me again. You'll hear this again. Right. So now I'm in the video box. You might hear it this time. Hang on. Right. So what we want is Susan. Here we go. This is Susan down in South Hams.
Hello Richard, lovely Julia and listener. This is Susan Luca along the old railway line that went from Kingsbridge Market Town to South Brent. And I thought I'd do a bit of filming on my short little walk. I've only walked a mile from my home, so I'm not breaking any COVID regulations. So I'm going to just take you along a very short little bit of video. I'm sorry, I don't know how to turn this round, so get me off it. So I'm just going to have to stop this film and do another one.
Now, the thing is, Susan sent this file in, but she only sent one file. I thought it was all one file, because I haven't. She said, make sure you play them in order. And I thought, well, I'll play one today, one on Monday, one on Wednesday. You know the form. Hang on, I've got to get back in so we can see Julia. Julia sent me a message, I think, just now. Wait a minute. There we go. Hello, Julia. We can.
Hello, Richard.
Hello. So that's interesting. So Susan just sent in a video. We're all amateurs here, you know. She sent in a video. She had to turn it off to turn it the other way round, but she only sent me one video on WeTransfer.
Ah.
And I thought, because I hadn't seen it, I thought, oh, she seems capable. I looked at the first few seconds and thought, yeah, that's all right. Shove that in. On to the next. Oh, crikey.
Oh, stop busting the studio.
I know. Not allowed to bust the studio up. So
someone has to, and I'm not there to do it. So.
No, that's true. So she hasn't sent in any of the other videos. So Susan, if you're watching, you only sent one video. And that was the video explaining that you... So really, send them in, Susan, and now that I know the situation, I will edit them together. So it plays in one video for Monday. So if you can send them all four. I only got one. Anyway, that's at least I think I only got one. Maybe she sent me a... Hang on.
You know, I couldn't even hear it. So
you couldn't hear it. Yeah, no, she only sent me one video, one video in the thing. Yeah, so you can't hear it. I apologise for that, Julia, because they're great videos. So I tell you,
have to watch it on the replay.
Yeah. No, and they are all worth watching, ladies and gentlemen. I need to get my audio up because I can't quite hear myself. Right. Any comments? Let's get some of the lovely comments, lovely Julia. Over to you.
Mother Nature says, perhaps you could teach us how to join up video clips. I'm with Susan and can't work out how to do this. Thank you so much. And people are looking forward to more, says Michael White.
More of Susan's video.
Susan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was lovely that she made the effort, you know.
Absolutely. Tall Podge Rog says he's going to have a glass of wine to get him through this.
Yes, sorry. I think you will.
We're driving people to drink. Oh, no.
Oh, no, we can't. All right, so that's great. We will open up the phone lines, but we have got some videos. But this is where I slap myself on the wrist because the lovely Judith, is the lovely Judith out there tonight?
She was at the beginning. She's probably watching.
Judith, I have to get on my hands and knees and grovel because Judith is one of our moderators and one of our admins in the Bold Explorer Facebook group. And she's a dear friend to both Julia and I and the team. And she sent me an email in the other day saying, oh, something for the art gallery. And I said, oh, yeah, lovely. These look really great. I'll put them in on Wednesday's show. And guess what? I forgot. I forgot. And you know what it is? It's like, I felt so wretched when I discovered. And I didn't discover until the following mid-afternoon or something. And I went, oh, blimey. I forgot to do it. I completely went out. So,
Well, hold your wrist out then. Come on.
what? Hold my wrist
Hold
out.
your wrist out then.
Yeah. Ow! Ooh, it's true.
That's what you get.
Lesson here: never hold your wrist out for the lovely Julia. Because, ow, that's what you get. We're going to go into now. Who knows if this bit works? We're going to get into the art gallery and have a look at some of Judith's work.
Yay.
I've pressed the button and it's not working. Hang on, I probably have to do this. And then this. So, okay, so we're going to go into the art gallery. Now, unfortunately, you won't be able to hear Julia's reaction, so we'll have to get Julia's reactions afterwards, Julia. Unless, well, I might, actually, I should be able to cut between the two of us, actually. If I had thought this all out, I should be able to cut between the two of us. So, Judith sent in these pictures. Now, these are, I think she said, mosaics. It's all art. It's all art. I just got to find the email now because you put me on the spot again. Here we go. So Judith says in her email, "Hi Richard, my favourite hobby at the moment is mosaicing. I used to love sea glass and small bits of driftwood. Sorry, I love using sea glass and small... Sea glass is a very popular thing at the moment. For most of my life, I'd never heard of sea glass, never knew what it was. Then all of a sudden, it's become the thing that's surrounding me everywhere I go. Anyway, she says, I love using sea glass and bits of small driftwood for the coastal-related crafts. The blue and white heart mosaic is made from pieces found in a local field. Happy for you to put them in the gallery if you want." Excuse me. And yes, when I saw them, I definitely did. So let's have a little look then. Here we go. This is picture number 1. And it's obviously a lovely little house. And let's get the lovely Julia's... Hang on. You get the lovely Julia's reaction to picture number 1. Did you see it, Julia?
Yeah, it was lovely.
Now, if I put it back on the screen again, I don't think they'll hear you. No, you suddenly disappear. I got to work... I can hear you, but I don't think they can hear you. But that's really lovely. And hang on, they can't hear you. Hang on, they can only hear you when you can see yourself. And I can't find the mouse. I found the mouse, can't find the cursor. Oh,
I'm here.
are you?
Yeah, I love it. I love the colours especially, and there's one little sneaky fish in there, isn't there?
Yeah, there certainly is a sneaky fish. That's very true. Let's have a look at the next one then. And this is on a jar. How you get these on a jar? I guess you must have stuck them on the side. But what beautiful thing. And would you put a candle in that, Judith? That's what I'd like to know. Would you put a candle in? It's a beach hut. Yeah, clearly it's a... Sorry, did I say it was a house? It's a beach hut. Yeah, clearly. My brain is not thinking. Clearly it's a beach hut. But this one is not a beach hut. This is a very lovely... sort of jar, but I assume either keeping things, but I can imagine a candle in there would look really good, wouldn't it, Julia?
Yes, I think. I'd certainly want to use it for a candle.
You've got
or a little trinket box.
Yeah, you've got a little guest there.
I have. She was asking to come in. That's why I was half over there.
Oh, I see. Who is it? Which one of your cats is this lovely beast?
This is Emerald.
Hello, Emerald. Lovely to see you. Lovely.
Also known as Annie. Oh, look over here. Look, Annie. Look. Show them your lovely little face.
It's quite dark, actually, over in
yes, it's hard to see her because she's black.
Oh, yeah, she's black, is she? I hadn't noticed.
Oh, no.
No. Now, let's have another look. Look at this one. There we are. That is a heart shape of presumably broken crockery. I love all that. I love the idea of taking something that has been destroyed and then making something of it. I think that's really clever. Why does that keep coming back to me? I keep having to press this button to get back to you. There we are. Never mind.
Yeah, that was really nice. I love all the little, like you say, all the little different images in there. Like there was a little deer on one of those pieces. That was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was lovely, Judith. Thank you. Is there any more?
Yeah, there is. I think so. Hang on. Let's go and see. Yeah, there's another one here. This one, I guess, is another beach hut made up of the same sort of thing, broken bits of crockery or plates, I suppose. And it's lovely to utilise that and use it again in a piece of art that you can do something with. And I wonder whether Judith manages to sell it or anything.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to know. Do you sell it, or is it just hobby? They make great gifts, wouldn't they?
Certainly would. I mean, actually, I might have to commission Judith to make me one with a picture of. Well, it'd be quite funny to have a little beach hut or a little studio hut, a weird little studio with windows with you and me peering out of two different windows, and put that on the wall in the studio. Wouldn't that be great?
That would be fun.
In the new studio, when I've got things a bit more sorted out, we're still learning. 2 years of broadcasting, and still don't know what we're doing. We're still very much amateurs here. I think there's another picture here to have a look at, and we'll get the view from the audience. In fact, there's two, I believe, or there might be one more even. I'm assuming that's a pendant. Do you think that's a pendant?
Yeah, it looks like it. It's lovely.
It's very lovely. A heart again, another nice short heart-shaped thing.
Heart shape. I see a thing.
Yeah, definitely. And this again is. I suppose that's what you'd hang on a door. Is it a door handle or something like that? That sort of thing, Julia?
Yeah.
Because at first I thought that was made of material, but if it's made up of ceramics,
it does look like it, doesn't it? The soft pastel-y colours just make it look fabric-y.
But it's the sort of thing I can imagine turning up at an Airbnb place, and on the door it's just hanging there as a lovely welcoming sort of thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
The toothbrush holders that sit on the wall.
Oh yeah.
You just stick it over there. Nice.
What are they saying out there in comment land in the Vobosphere?
Lots of people are saying they love that work and all the lovely pieces. Lots of people are talking about my cat. Didn't know the cat had a starfish. What starfish?
A starfish? That's Don't know what that means. We have a cat too, says Ron Langley to Mother Nature.
Ramaboo 2 says, I have a black cat. Why so interesting? It's because the Witchfinders General said, oh, you have a black cat. Interesting.
Oh.
Yes, because he's the Witchfinders General.
Oh, I see. Yes, of course.
Certain people have black cats historically. Although,
Don't look for the hagstones then. Don't say you've got one of those. Not when Witchfinder General is there. I notice that Linda Kane says that not everything has a purpose. Some things just are.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got to put them somewhere though, haven't you?
Yes.
I mean, that's what I'm saying, like on a door or on the wall, just to be admired. I guess that's what I was trying to get at. Is that they are. I get exactly what Linda means, but you've got to put them somewhere so that you can appreciate them.
Yes.
Yeah. But they may not be. They may not have a physical purpose.
They don't need a purpose, just to look pretty.
Yes.
And to recycle things.
Yeah. No, that's right.
Second lease of life, I guess.
Is Mr. Norris out there?
He is out there.
Oh, we should get him at some point to give us some pointers on art, seeing as he is the resident Vobes art person. I know. I mean, lots of other people are artists, of course, but he's our pet, isn't he? As you say.
Well, I tell you what, these lockdowns keep bringing out even more and more artists among everyone. You know, it's fantastic.
No, I agree. It is
lots
very
of people
good.
who've never picked up pen and paper before. Pen and paper, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Artistic stuff before, and have just gotten right back into it. It's fantastic seeing lots of people coming out. My cousin's one of them actually, and I think on Monday we'll show his stuff.
Oh, brilliant! Oh, hello.
I've got to go in.
Just suddenly heard myself back then.
Ooh.
That's all right. It's gremlins all over the place. We love them. Just make sure you feed them, then they don't irritate you.
Art with Andrew has a nice ring to it, says Station Master's Choice.
Heart with Andrew, did you say? Oh, Art with Andrew. Art, yes.
Yes.
Art with Andrew, not the one beginning with F.
No.
No. Let's not
No.
lower the tone, Julia, please.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Right, okay, time is ticking on. We do have some lots of videos to get through. So let's go into the video box and we'll see if we can play another video for you. And they've come in thick and fast. It's funny, some days I always think, oh, I wonder if we can get any videos. And then I look in the thing, in the video box, open it up, peer in, move the spiders.
And they all start bursting out.
And they're all bursting out, and they're all brilliant. You know, I love it. It's people are so kind sending their stuff in. They really are. Right, okay, so let me just work out how to do this again.
Ready?
Okay, so we're in the video box, and in no particular order at all, and I've just written them down as I've put them into the machine, so for no other reason than that. We're starting with Nikki, who is Nootka Sea Glass. You see sea glass? It's beginning to get surrounding me everywhere. Nootka Sea Glass is why she makes her own bread. Let's find out.
Hi everyone, for today's little snippet I'm going to talk about making your own bread and why you should consider doing so. Basically, supermarket or grocery store bread contain a cocktail of additives which are not at all food. Some are even harmful to health, and anybody fancy eating a yoga mat? Well, that's just what you'll be doing with some varieties of bread, because it contains azodicarbonamide. Now, this is the same ingredient that goes into making yoga mats, so hard to believe, but actually true. Another one is calcium propionate. This is linked to ADHD, stomach ulcers, and a whole host of other nasty health issues. The regulators they're not required to do any tests on these because of the quantities that they are putting it in our breadstuffs. So, you know, we're the human guinea pigs basically. And not only that, in 2013, the Department of Rural Affairs, I think it was, did a mass study and found that 17% of the shop-bought bread contained glycophosphate, which again, they're linked to cancer, and I certainly don't want that. So gluten-free bread, people can't eat, you know, what I've got here. So they're having the gluten-free varieties. They contain a cocktail of chemicals as well. They're not healthy, but if you're celiac and that is all that you can rely on, then you know you don't really have much choice. But one such thing that's in the gluten-free bread is xanthan gum, and this is actually used in the oil drilling industry as well. So again, not really a foodstuff. We've been baking our own bread for about 17 years now. We bake by hand, and we also use a Panasonic bread maker. This is the bread that we made 2 days ago, and it is still springy. You know, you don't need all these flour improvers, the chemicals that preserve the life of the bread if you're going to be eating it regularly, and I have about 4 slices of bread per day. We get our bread flour, we buy it in a 10 kilo sack from Wessex Mill. They're a 4th generation milling family, and it contains wheat flour, calcium, niacin, iron and thiamine. We use this Dove's Farm quick yeast, which can be used in a bread maker or can be used you know, if you're putting it straight in the oven. We also support another company which grows flour. They grow the wheat, sorry, and they mill the flour themselves, and they produce flour to sell to shops and individuals if you want to buy it directly from them. But it's Sharpham Park, and they're based in Somerset, and they deal with spelt flour. So we often alternate between strong white flour and spelt flour. So I thought I'd just give you a quick lowdown on why we make our own bread, and maybe help you if you want to consider making your own bread in the future too. It's a lot more healthy. So lots of love. Bye.
There we go. That was, as you saw, Nikki there doing her own bread. Slightly worried that I'm sure that was a 720 full frame thing, or maybe I missed part of the frame. Anyway, I was just trying to I was fiddling around. I was listening to the ingredients because I hadn't done all this. I make my own bread. Oh, hang on. I need to go to get out of there and go back to the lovely Julia. Otherwise, I forgot that you're. There she is. There she is. I make my own bread. Hello, Julia.
Hi.
Sorry about that. And you now make your own bread.
Yes.
And you've had a lot of success, but mine isn't spongy like springy and all of that. Mine's much more dense.
Yeah, so's mine. Mine comes out a lot like yours is, but it's not surprising considering I learnt from you.
And yeah, well, we both follow the same method. I'm going to go and get my loaf of bread. I'm going to show you because I've got some new flour. Can you just keep everybody happy while I go and do that? Just have a chat or read comments or something.
Someone asked to see some of my work. Emma, get out the way, please. Thank you. I've got an old sketchbook of mine from college, just randomly sitting here next to my desk. Random pictures of my nose. Rubbish, aren't they? It gets worse. Don't really know how much of that you can see. But these ones are not so bad. These ones are a ring. That was a cool little alien ring, little chrome coloured alien head ring. Oh yeah, there's a close-up of it.
What's this you're doing? What's this you're showing?
This is just some of my old sketchbook artwork.
Oh,
from
fantastic.
college.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, well done.
This was a latex, not a latex, one of those rubbery coated lighters. It was a clipper lighter. Anyway.
For what, for cigarettes?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't smoke, so I probably not come across it, sort of thing.
It's an interesting one. Oh, this was a project on cornucopia. So that's a bit rubbish. That one.
What's just remind me what cornucopia is?
The cornucopia of life. How to explain it? Hang on, I've got it written down here. See, it's basically the Come on, someone's got to know what cornucopia is. I know, but I can't blink and explain it. No, it's not written here. At least I can't find it right now. Horn of plenty. Yes. Basically, the produce of nature.
Oh right, okay, yeah.
Sort of thing.
Nothing wrong with the produce of nature.
Look at this embarrassing piece. I did this purple latex leech. We are all like leeches sucking hard on Earth's nutritious produce.
Is that a self-portrait?
Yeah, it was me as a leech.
Oh right.
I'm human.
Yeah.
I hate our utter misuse of Earth. This was at 18 years of age. I was quite an angry 18-year-old.
So here's my bread. This is my bread that this is a new loaf, fairly new loaf. I've eaten most of it. It's a 500-gram loaf, I suppose, but it's very. Hang on, let me just. I'm just going to go onto the other camera for a second, so you can see it there. It is quite dense, but I'm using some new flour. So just see what Nuki Seagrave, Nutka. See what? Don't embarrass yourself, Julia. For goodness' sake. Don't
Sorry.
I've got this 16-ton bag of flour here. I hope this is all right because it cost about 25 quid. And it's about 25 stone. It's 16 grams of it. Unfortunately, the package inside, there's another bag inside, a paper bag inside. Not a small paper bag, but, probably it's a lot more interesting to look at. But I'd be interested to see if Nutka thinks it's all right, because as far as I know, it's just flour. It's not got anything added.
I think she's still reeling from being called Nookie again.
Oh,
She says, just call me Nookie. I've been called worse.
Oh, crikey. But I can tell you this, because I was using white flour, and then I got a bit, white flour. They take all the good bits out. So this is basically all the stuff, and it's lovely. This is so much nicer than the ones I was making before. So much nicer.
It certainly looks wholesome.
Oh my golly, it's very wholesome. So just move the camera over a bit. So very, very pleased about that.
Well done. Well done, that man.
Thank you very much. Just call me Nick. Oh, yes, there we are. By the way, can I just say,
A Christmas card.
Yeah, I got this from John Berger.
Oh,
Thanks
right.
very much. Came yesterday. Wish it the first one of the season. I mean, he's early, isn't he? He's bloody early. Sent from America. Wishing you happy holiday season. You'll long remember. Oh, I'm remembering this one, all right. For all the joys it brings, from John and Faith Berger and the kids. And thanks, John, for sending that really early. Yeah, so it should be labelled. Looks okay. Is it wholemeal at the Vobes? I don't know what you
Malt,
mean.
you said, wasn't it?
It's I've got to pull it out. Hang on a minute.
He's off again.
Oh no.
What have you done? You spilled some.
I can't really read it from here. And I can't pull it out. Because lots of the flour has escaped.
Ah. Flour spillage.
I'll try and read it for the next show. I tell you what, wearing those headphones seems to can make the blood go to my face. Makes me very hot.
Keeps your ears warm.
Yeah, does. I might have to change these headphones for a different pair. Is that possible? Not easily. Anyway,
Well, that was fun.
absorbic acid, vitamin C, is the ingredient to make it rise. Oh, is it? To make it rise, bung in a bit of absorbic acid. I mean, I quite like it the way it is. I've just got to write that down, though. What does she say? Absorbic. Ascorbic.
Yeah.
Ascorbic acid. And presumably you can buy that. You don't just squeeze an orange into it or something.
Archie Jen says it might be because your first proof is not long enough. Your first proof is not long enough, or your dough is too dry.
Oh, no, that dough was definitely not too dry.
And we have Mark's beautiful landscapes arrived. Hello.
Hello. Anyway, right. I think, what have we got next?
We got another video.
Yeah, we'll do another video and then we got some more art.
Lovely.
Oh, and then we'll open the phone calls. Sorry, I haven't opened the phone calls yet.
We haven't. We're already at 22.
I know. We're having such a good show. Right, okay, so going back into the video box. And in the video box, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to the next one. Well, that was actually... oh, no, I was going on this... I've got two lists. I'm going on this list. Ian. Yes, Ian Dance. Now, he's never done this before. And he sent... Ian, is it? I assume Ian's out there. He sent in a video. Where are you? There you are. This is Ian. Now, I'm not 100% sure, but I think he said this is Pruitt's Mill. I know he lives in Horsham, so I'm assuming this is down at Pruitt's Mill, which is a great link because mills mill flour, and we've just been looking at some. So there you go. Don't ever think this show is just a ramshackle of old things cobbled together. There is a lot of planning in this, you know.
Hello, Richard. Pruitt's Mill. Horsham. Bye.
Oh, that was lovely. Thank you so much. That's from Ian Dance, Pruitt's Mill. As a kid, I used to go with my mate Peter Richardson, and we tried to. We used to go around there. It wasn't in such a nice state. The mill was derelict at the time. In fact, there were two mills, if I remember rightly. It was a really old one, and then there's that one that has now been, I guess, it's flats, I suppose. But when I went there as a kid, we went fishing, and I remember we caught a fish. I mean, I wasn't really into fishing in any shape or form, but we did catch a fish, and it nearly pulled my friend Peter Richardson in. It was because I think rumour was there was a pike in the mill pond, but it was only a small mill pond. But anyway, Pruitt's Mill, fantastic. Thank you so much, Ian. Let's see what the lovely Julia made of that. Hello, Julia.
Hello, couldn't hear anything.
Oh
so,
no, of course you. Well, actually, there was no. It was just atmospheric audio on that. So it was just. It was very lovely atmospheric audio.
Yeah, I also had to pop off for that for a little bit there. Sorry about that.
No, that's all right. You've got children to keep an eye on.
Well, no, fortunately, I've got children.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I needed to go and deal with that.
Because it gives a whole new meaning to the game Whack-A-Mole, doesn't it? You see, I've told you to stay down, and you. All good fun.
Speaking of Whack-A-Mole,
yes,
little Joseph got this little wooden toy for Christmas.
Oh, did he?
My brother and his
Oh yes, I've seen it.
Yeah, it's got a little hole in the middle that you put the mallet in, and then it's got like 6 holes around the outside, and it's got this little lever system in underneath it. So you put all the little bits in, you whack one of them, and its twin will pop up. It's funny. It's like a Whack-A-Mole, and it kept him entertained for ages. It was fantastic.
Fantastic.
Yes, I shall enjoy watching that video back later on. So sorry I didn't see it.
Lots of nice comments though. Very peaceful video. Thank you, says Mother Nature. Oh, that was Lance. That was Lance at the end. Oh, right. So yes, of course you were there. That was Ian and Lance. Lovely to see you both. Thank you very much.
Sorry I missed the video.
Yes, Linda Kane says it closed in 1978. It's flats now. That would be about the time we must have been mucking about then. 1978. I would have been about 13, I suppose. 13, 14. Something like that.
I would have been a twinkle in my daddy's eye.
A twinkle in your daddy's eye. Good old daddy and his twinkle. I'm going to sneeze.
Daddy.
All that flour. Oh.
You're going to sneeze.
Hey, sneezy poos!
Didn't even have time to warn people and get their hats on.
Yes, get your hats on. There's a lot of... Oh dear. Most of that is in the flour bag now. My next loaf of bread will be very interesting.
I'm probably glad I won't be able to try any of your bread for a while then.
Extra moist it is. Extra moist. Nice.
Extra cooties.
Yes.
Yummy.
Sticky bread. Sticky bread. Sticky back bread. Right, shall we... we're going to do some art, then we'll open the phones. So, right, okay. So, hang on a minute. We have to get into the art gallery. Okay, so we're in the art gallery now. It's amazing. Just move from one part of the studio to the other part. Well, okay, we didn't actually move, but you know what I mean. So this is from David Sedgwick, and he sent me an email. Hang on a minute, I just got to get the right email. Where is the right email? And it was... hang on a minute, David. You sent me an email. Now I've got all the other bits of your art, and I thought that was your... Because it's there's a story associated with this. Where... Oh, here we go. Angie's art. Yes, David, here we go. So David said to me, "Hi Richard, in October 2017, my wife Angela Sedgwick was diagnosed with a terminal brain tumour. She painted these watercolours whilst undergoing radio and chemotherapy throughout 2018. Sadly, she passed away in March 2019. would it be possible for them to be on the Vobes show gallery? And this is from David, who also goes under the name of Billabong. I forget what the other bit is. Billabong something or other. I read it out every day and I can't remember what it is. Billabong. Pardon? O'Neill, yes. Is it Billabong O'Neill? So, so we're going to have a quick little look at your art. And so just bear in mind, this was a lady who was undergoing chemotherapy and all of that whilst this was happening. Here, I'll get to the picture. So this is the first one, which is very beautiful. Unfortunately, we can't hear the lovely Julia going wow in the background. And this is the second one, which is pretty amazing. And the next one is Lovely Dog in the poppies there. It's a lovely collie dog, that's right. Julia's talking to me, of course nobody can hear her, but and then another one here. I don't know whether these were in any shape or form self-portraits or anything like that. Be interesting to know, David. And presumably these are animals that you had or she had, you both had or shared. Absolutely amazing, beautiful pictures. That's almost the lovely Julia with the purple hair on this one, and the fishes and the lily pads. Japanese fighting fish, Julia allegedly tells me, reliably tells me, and that's that. There are some more, I believe, but we'll just go back to get Julia's reaction to that. What do you think about that, Julia?
Wow, these people are so skilled,
aren't they?
Who did these ones? I know you said the name, but I'm rubbish.
Yes, so Billabong O'Neill, David.
Oh my gosh! Wow, well done,
David.
Fantastic.
And Angela. Well,
Yeah.
Angie's art.
I loved the beautiful little the blue butterflies, and I loved obviously the hummingbirds, and just it's marvelous. And the way you've done the faces is brilliant. I can't do faces very well.
I'm blown away by the skill of our listeners and viewers. You all right?
Yeah.
What was that?
Yeah, that was a cat being told off.
Oh, not throttled.
No.
That's all right. Would you like to see some more?
Yes.
Okay, we got some more of Angie's art here. Let's go and have a look then. So this is more poppies. What I need is some music. I need a nice music bed. We'll have to try and get a nice music bed for when we have a little gallery. Maybe Mr. Norris can give us about 2 minutes of jingly jangly stuff that we can play as the gallery music. Yeah, can't then. Lovely Julia likes that one. Absolutely. The cat watching a bee surrounded by those purple flowers. And aren't they forget-me-nots? Forget-me-nots in a pot. I forget what they are, but they're there. And then that's presumably some forget-me-nots and what? Yeah, like what are the bigger ones? Are they all? Maybe they're all forget-me-nots, but the bigger blue ones are Speedwell, aren't they? Speedwell, but they're smaller. Absolutely stunning, absolutely amazing. What a huge loss, of course. Such a shame, but beautiful. Look at those cats. I mean, you perfectly got how the cats just recline and do their own thing. Yeah, so I think there is some more. What we might do is we may have to leave some and come back to them.
Yeah, they were fantastic. Beautiful artwork. Absolutely lovely. I wish I was that skilled.
Oh, I know. So they're forget-me-nots, very poignant. Well, of course, very poignant in Angie's case,
Lots
lady.
of comments about the cats and the vibrant, vivid colours. Yeah, I agree with all that.
Fantastic. So, if that's all right, Billabong, we'll come back and show some more on Monday, because there's a load more, and just to sort of rush through them, will do it injustice. Really, it'd be better to do it nicely. So
Yeah, we'll save them all, the rest of them on Monday.
yeah. Now we can open up the phone line if anybody's eager and desperate. So what you can do is call the Vobes on 07934746790. We have got some more videos which we want to get through, and I don't want to make it too late for everybody, but do give us a call if you're that excited. Now Julia won't necessarily be able to hear this. I don't. Well, she'll be able to hear it, I think. Hang on, I've got to work out how this works. Hello, caller. Welcome to the Vobe Show.
Sean from London. I thought I'd phone in as a tester.
Hello, Sean. Nice to hear from you.
Are you there, Julia?
Our resident telephone guinea pig.
Yes.
Very quietly.
Yes, you were.
Hello.
Can you hear Sean, Julia?
Can you
I
hear me
can.
from London?
Yes.
Originally from Wales.
She can hear me.
Yes, she can hear you, but you won't be able to hear her because she's not fed back into the desk. She's just on the monitor line because I haven't worked out.
YouTube suggested a video to me today, and when you said you wanted some music as for the pictures,
Yeah.
I thought maybe this might be a good track for you.
What's it called? Is that? Did you just did you just speed that up?
No,
Oh,
no, that's
it suddenly
they
went
just-
very spirally and But is that on YouTube?
yes. They suggested it.
Pink
to me.
Heads.
Yes, I watched your video this morning, and then it said you might want to see this.
Oh right,
And I thought, what's this about? So I clicked it, and then
pink heads and rubber gloves and silver suits they wear.
well, that's what I was bopping along to this
Oh right,
morning.
on YouTube.
Yes,
Let me just see if I can find it. Hang on.
it's
Yes.
called
Not coming-
Snug and Cozy.
Yes, I know what it's called.
Pink Heads single 1997.
Oh yes, Snug and Cozy.
Andrew Norris says,
And it's
Sean
got a
on
lot of your
speed dial.
corporate videos on there.
Unfortunate. Oh yes, absolutely. Oh yes, they're all on there, are they? Good gracious. Yes.
Channel called Vobavision.
Yes, I don't know what that is. Vobavision. Unfortunately, I can't play that in to the computer because I've taken that line out. Because if I did do that, we would get Julia twice.
Ooh, that would be bad.
That
Well,
would be.
my question was,
Yeah.
does bread stay fresher for longer if you make it yourself? Because I'm interested in
No.
possibly having a go.
No. Because there's no
Oh, well.
preservatives in it.
Right, so you got to eat it quite quickly.
But yes, because it's a fresh product, like you would with tomatoes and anything that you grow. Well, you know about that because you're a grower.
And can you freeze it? So
I
if
would
you
I would
made-
think you could freeze it if you've I mean you can freeze bread ordinarily. I would imagine that you can freeze bread if you've.
But could you freeze the dough? If I got a small tin, and could I do some dough, freeze it, and then just make the one every time that I wanted a loaf?
Oh, I don't know about that. I think that would upset it because you're when it's dough, you're proving it, you're aerating it, and you'll probably kill off the yeast, won't you?
Right. Possibly easier just to freeze the bread then.
Yeah.
I would think so.
Yeah, Julia's agreeing. Yeah, definitely. But I'm no expert. I'm an amateur compared to people like Mark Donny McLeod and, of course, Nutka and Ed Loud. We've got some very good bread makers.
Maybe we could have a live bread along, and we could all make our bread together.
Yeah, that would be good. Well, we could do that. We could. I tell you, there is going to be more interaction, ladies and gentlemen. More interaction in about March, when my son and his girlfriend have moved out. I've got great plans to expand the Vobe show and to have a kitchen studio. The house is not going to be a house anymore. There's just going to be different studios. I need to invest in some kit because
You'll end up just sleeping in your van, won't you?
yeah, I'm going to sleep
I
in the
think
van.
when they actually go, I think you should stream it live, and we can all, wave them goodbye.
So
I
rude,
believe.
so rude, outrageous. Mark Donny McLeod says, make the bread, cool it on racks, put it in bags and freeze it.
Right,
and
okay then.
Rami Boo says exactly, no preservatives, but bread does freeze very well. Eat half and freeze the other half.
Well, that's what I'll do then.
There you go. See, we've got the advice is all out there. Not only are they great artists and great bakers. What's that funny noise?
I required some bubbles. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I can. Yes, yeah, brilliant. Rusbin of Arlington says the Vogue show just keeps on getting better. We're doing our best to improve it, and inch by inch, the show will. I'm going to get another. I've got another little mixing desk.
There's a song. There's a song about that.
Yeah? How does it go?
Inch by inch, row by row, gonna make my garden grow.
Why don't you do some singing in your allotment show?
That would go down
YouTube
well.
keep taking the videos down.
Oh, that's
Because if you sound quite good, they think it's the original.
Oh well, yes, that's true. You're a master of the singing. It's such a shame. Sean, lovely to hear from you.
Best. I'm off to buy a bit of flour now.
Good man. Look after yourself.
Bye.
Get ready, Alan Sandell. Nice to hear from you again, Sean.
And he's gone.
Oh.
Yeah. So sorry, I've got to work on how to patch that in so that you can hear him. And I've got to make all of it. At the moment, it's so Heath Robinson in here. It's unworkable, but we're working it. But I'd like this to be a bit smooth. So that there we go. Yeah, just a bit. So yeah, if you go and put in Snug and Cozy Pink Heads 1997, you'll hear the hit single. We have another phone call. Let's find out who that is. Hello, caller. Welcome to the show.
Hello, Richard. How are you?
I'm all right. Hang on a minute. I need to put the other headphone on because I
Is
can't.
Alan?
Who is it?
It's Jeff from Eastbourne.
Jeff from
Oh.
Eastbourne. Hello, Jeff. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. I'll tell you, this morning, I woke up and I put you on this morning.
Did you?
You was reading one of your books and you lost the plot.
Which
Do you
book?
remember?
Which one was it that I lost the plot on?
Oh, you just couldn't read it.
Oh, I know. That was
And
that.
you just got me in stitches, Richard.
Oh, did I?
Absolutely got me in stitches. And then I saw the show with you and your mate, what you've just been talking about.
Oh, yes.
I saw that one. That was absolutely brilliant as well.
What then? The children's thing, the space.
Yes, that was on Facebook.
Cozy, you slimping
Yes.
slam slapper.
Oh, don't ringing bells now.
I thought
And then I saw
Quasimodo
that
did
you-
that.
Yeah, it's brilliant, that was. And then I saw the one where you used the puppet man. You've done followed him around the countryside.
Oh yes, Walter Wilkinson.
That's it. I was watching those.
Gosh,
this afternoon.
that's an amazing cross section of the Vobes output.
That's it. Absolutely brilliant.
Oh.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Well, I was thinking about you this morning because you like history and all this lot. don't
Yeah,
you? And,
yeah. All this lot.
And it just brought back memories because I saw some old photographs today. Do you know Tower Bridge in London?
Tower Bridge, yeah, who doesn't?
Yeah. Well, years ago, the dockers, they put some sand down beside it, and it was called Tower Bridge Beach. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, if you look on the internet, there's some pictures there, and I'm in them.
Oh, are you?
When I was about 4 or 5.
Hang on a minute. Are they online?
Yes, they're on the internet. Just type in Google Tower Bridge Beach,
Tower Bridge Beach.
and then go to images, and then you see some pictures of loads of people there.
Oh yeah. Have you got the show on in the background?
Yes.
Right. There'll be a slight delay, but
Yes, there is
maybe we can. Can you remember where you were, what you were doing? Because there's a lot. Hang on, I'm just going to go to the pictures now.
There's loads of pictures there of people just sitting beside Tower Bridge.
And yeah, I want. Here's one.
There.
It's quite.
That's the stand that the dockers put there years ago.
Did they?
Yeah.
How interesting.
And do you know the bit that goes across Tower Bridge? At the top, at the very top?
Oh yes.
That's where I used to sit
No.
with my legs dangling over the side and watching everybody down the bottom.
What? Right on the gantry thing on the top.
Yeah, right at the very top.
Good.
Because years ago, when the bridge was open,
Yeah.
you could walk up one side, walk along the top, and then down the other side.
Oh my giddy aunt.
That's it. I used to sit up the top there, yeah.
Good heavens.
Yeah.
Blimey.
I know. So I thought you might like that.
That is amazing. So, just trying to... So, do you know what... Can you recognise... Are you recognisable?
Oh, no, I was a little baby somewhere running towards the camera somewhere.
Oh, okay.
I think that might be me with the hat on. To go up a little bit.
Hang on.
Oh, if you go up, I had a little white hat on, I'm sure I did.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, I lost it. Hang on. I'm going to find it. Oh, it's so tiny, unfortunately.
There.
Is that you there?
Might be me now.
Good heavens. On the beach. On the Thames.
Tower Bridge Beach, they called that.
And what happened to it?
No, it just washed away in the end.
It washed away, yeah. Gosh. Well...
Yeah, and then we left London and moved up to Sarnstead.
Did you?
From there, yes.
Sarnstead, where's that?
Sarnstead, near Croydon.
Oh, near Croydon.
Yeah, and because it was many years later, and of course, that's where I broke my arm and ended up in hospital for 9 months.
There he is. We found a bigger picture of you. If that's you.
Hey.
Oh, that is amazing.
Hey.
And you could get on the top. On the
I was
top.
right at the very top. Yeah, right at the very top in the middle with my legs dangling over the side.
Oh, my God. As a little kid?
Yeah.
Unsupervised?
Yeah, you just walk up. You walk up all the stairs, walk across.
And how old were you?
Oh, I don't know, about 4, 5, 3, 4.
And you got up that, no fear of heights?
No, not at all. That's why I fell off a tree years ago and broke me arm.
Oh, my goodness.
And I ended up in hospital for, 6 months?
Did you?
I did.
Judith...
And the thing was, I had a little girl. Do you remember the James Bond car where the man used to fly out of it?
Yes.
I had a little girl used to come up and pick it up for me. And do you remember the Thunderbirds thing? And the number 4 used to come out?
Yeah, that's right. Good old-fashioned toys.
And this little girl used to come up and she used to go and give me water and everything else. And it was about, I don't know, 20 years later when me and my wife got married and we had kids and that. It was about, I don't know, 20, 21 years later. She was in the same hospital when I was in the hospital. And I said to her, was you in the such and such ward? And she looked at me and she went, oh, my God, Jeffrey. She was the little girl.
Wow.
Yeah.
What an amazing story. There's another picture, just looking at another picture of kids on this beach. And, they've got deck chairs and everything. Isn't that incredible? Where did they get the sand from? Do you know?
I think it was something to do with the docks. It was they ordered too much.
Right. They just shoved it down there.
They just dumped it there, yeah.
And then the kids... Was it builder's sand or was it fine, nice sand?
I honestly don't know.
No, I can't remember now. Yeah.
No. It was very hard for my dad. All the dads were out there digging holes. That's all I remember. Yeah.
Oh, gosh. And Judith mentioned there that you need a licence to mudlark on the Thames foreshore now.
Do you?
Yeah, whereas I guess in those days, people could just wander down and just poke about as they liked.
Yeah, I remember going down the steps. It was like climbing down a ladder.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I was on my dad's shoulders, I think.
Oh, my goodness. Well, different days, weren't they?
Of course they were.
Different days.
We were swimming in the Thames and all that lot. Didn't worry about getting dirty, muddy or whatever.
No. Gosh, what was
no.
all the kind of...
Thanks very much for cheering me up today. I had a good laugh watching you today.
Oh, it's an absolute...
No, it's good. It's good, as I said before, mate. You're brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Keep this going.
Oh, fantastic. Well, you're such very kind words. I do my best, We're not funded like the BBC. We're saying we funded. It's all on the odd donation from, it's just me and my little house and my mates, and we try and do a little broadcast every now and again and keep people happy.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. On your website, I'll send you the bread that I make as well.
Oh, do, yeah. Send in a picture.
Yeah, of course I will.
It would be lovely.
Of course I will, Richard.
Good stuff. Well,
take care and keep up with this good work, mate.
Will do. Thank you, Jeff.
All right, mate.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye, mate.
Bye-bye. Oh, what about that? The amazing Jeff.
Yeah.
That was superb. Hang on, let's go back to the lovely Julia. There she is. Hello, Julia. Wasn't that amazing? You heard all that, presumably?
Yes.
Oh, that was incredible. God, as a 4 or 5-year-old, whatever, going up on the top of there, you'd think you'd be petrified. But kids have no fear, do they, naturally?
Yeah, my kids certainly don't.
No.
I'd be having kittens if I took them up there. I'd be like, oh my God, stay away from the edge. Oh.
Sorry, hang on. I'm just trying to turn I just forgot how to do this. I need to streamline this a bit better. Yeah, take the phone call off. Thank you very much for the phone call. That was absolutely, Jeff, it was lovely to hear from you. We must get to some more videos, but before we do that, Julia, any interesting comments coming up that we're worth mentioning?
Yes, they're saying about Tower Bridge tour was interesting but tiring, lots of steps. Sadly, the original bascule machinery is not used now. All electrical hydraulics, says Station Master's Choice. And Judith said, I've been along the top of Tower Bridge, think it's a museum, and someone else confirmed that it is. And someone commented that you need a license. Oh yeah, it was Judith. You need a license to mudlark on the Thames foreshore now.
Yeah.
Someone else said you need a license just to dig, don't you? Yeah.
You need a license to do everything these days.
Yep.
The way the world is going. Oh, that's fantastic. Right, okay, so we'll go and we'll play some more of these videos. Thank you so much for sending them in. We really appreciate it.
Love it. Thank you, guys.
Absolutely. So into the video box we go. Let's get rid of the phone number. There, it's gone. Okay, so we've done Nikki, we've done that, we've done... Oh, right, yeah, next on my list here, Nigel Sadler has an interesting book.
Hello, it's Nigel Sadler again. I found this old book, sorting out some old stuff from my parents' house. It's the Pears Cyclopedia from 1921. It's in very poor condition. It's virtually falling apart. The first section is the dictionary, but the front of the book is missing, so it actually starts on page 5. But what I like about it is that each section has a lovely illustration to start it. There's the Pears Dictionary of General Information, and these two characters in a laboratory. I've done some close-up views so you can see those better, which I shall add in here and there. Through to Pears Dictionary of Prominent People. The next one is Pears Classical Dictionary, and a lovely old duffer sitting with his pipe in a chair and a dog at his feet. On the opposite page is a list of air raids on England and Scotland during the First World War. It's the Office Compendium. On the opposite page, Presidents of the United States. And the last one is in 1921, where Warren G. Harding succeeded Wilson Woodrow. We have Pears Dictionary of the Nursery. It's all about children and childcare. And there's a census as well. Incidentally, in 1921, Worthing's population was, very small writing, 35,224, I think it says. And then we have the Pears Dictionary of Gardening, should interest the gardeners. Next, there's the Dictionary of Cookery, extraordinarily enough, and some various cooking notes and cooking tips. We've got Pears Dictionary of Health, and some strapping fellas by the seaside. Pears Dictionary of Photography, which should interest Richard. Pears Dictionary of Motoring, back in the day when you had cars like that. Probably just essentially told you how to keep your car up and running, I suspect. Domestic pets, how to keep your rabbits and fowl and mice and rats and all sorts of things like that. There's a Ready Reckoner section, which is full of tables, how to calculate multiples of quantities in pounds, shillings and pence. It also talks about the metric system here, which it calls, incidentally, the French system, which is quite intriguing. And finally, there's the Science of Soap. And that's kind of it, really. This lovely advert at the back, Pears Soap. The world over, Pears is the soap used in thrifty homes. It is hard and lasting, besides being dainty and refined. So, it's a rather wonderful book. Don't really know what to do with it. It's a bit of a tatty. give it to a charity shop, or if anyone would really like it, think of a way of contacting me with an explanation of why you'd like it, and the one with the best reason for having it, I will send it to them. So there we go. Enjoy. Bye.
Well, of course, you should be sending it to the Vobes, couldn't you? I would have thought. Send it to the Vobes library of all old and interesting things. That's clearly where it should go. That's what my immediate thought. What a fascinating book. It was very much a bit like the internet of its day, wasn't it? Encyclopedias like that, and the way it's like the home reckoner, and an encyclopedia, and an internet, and a general all look it up type thing.
Yeah, that was the only way you could really get proper information, wasn't it?
Yeah, without having to walk down to the library, without having to walk down to the library and swallow your lungs.
I remember as a kid, my mum paid for instalments for these. What was it? The Tree of Knowledge, and I used to love getting, being in receipt of that every week. Was it monthly? I can't remember, but it was fascinating, and I learned a lot from that. Encyclopedias, they're good.
Well, yeah, I mean, when you think, that's what most people would have, one or two of those type of things. My mum paid for the children's Britannica. I think it was the children, little a whole load of red books. We didn't get them all in the end because it was like a never-ending thing. You like 500 quid or something ridiculous, and you would buy them in stages, and they would arrive, A to B and B to C and C to still C, and then C to a bit more of C, and then C to D, and this sort of thing. And they would come, and then, after a while, the novelty ran off a bit.
Yeah. Well, I have to admit, so I had two. I had the Tree of Knowledge. Then there was another one about your body. It was about your body, how your body works. I think that's what the series was called.
Right.
I have no idea how much my mum spent on those, but the Tree of Knowledge, my big brother used as well. But we actually did a similar thing for Elijah a couple of years back. We paid for instalments of, I can't remember what it's called, but basically you start off with you end up with a not a full size, but probably about a 3-foot skeleton called Billy, Billy Bones.
Right.
So that was fun, getting that and building it with him, and it was fascinating. I mean, the skull was about the same size as his at the time. It was funny.
Wow. And I mean, they're great things if you collect it, because a lot of people were into those sort of collecting things, and getting something through the post was always an excitement, especially as a kid, if you signed up to something and then you would get some, and they remembered your birthday. You'd get a card if you were a member of like the Tufty Club or something, and they would remember your birthday because your parents had paid basically for them to send you a card in the membership. It was all part of the thing, and that still goes on, doesn't it? People have join the Vobes club, and you will get an email on your birthday, and it's just all automated, so nobody. I mean, I've never really done that, because I find now with the internet, it's all a bit, well, the fact that someone's put something into an envelope and sent it to you, there's a little bit of personal stuff, even if it is somebody in a factory or a somebody working on what do you call it, piecemeal work. But when it's just automated on a machine sending it to you, it's like, really? I find that a bit, a bit soul destroying.
Michael White says the Look and Learn comics were great, and Linda Kane says I used to get the children's newspaper.
Right.
And Andrew Norris says, who here was a member of the Tufty Club?
Ah, yeah, the Tufty Club. Yeah, fantastic.
Me, says Bernie Station Master's Choice.
There must have been hundreds of kids who were members of the Tufty Club.
What was the Tufty Club?
Well, the Tufty Club was Tufty was this character that would a bit like the guy I won't be there when you cross the road, the Green Cross Code man. But before that, you had the Tufty Club, and Tufty was this. I think it was a rabbit, wasn't he, or a hare or something. And
no idea, but it sounds like everyone was a member.
Yeah, and he had his mates, and they would get up to adventures. But it was a way of the government telling you to be careful as you cross the road, don't play with strangers. It was a way of a very clever red squirrel. That's right. He was a red squirrel. Of course he was. Because red squirrel because he's a British.
And they're extra tufty. The
Yes,
red one.
absolutely. And it was just a way. I think it was a spin-off. I imagine. I don't know too much about it because I don't think I was actually a bona fide member. But I think it was a way of the government just sort of giving kids advice because you didn't have the internet. Thank God. Thank God when I was a kid we didn't have the internet. We ran out and played. We ran and dodged in front of the cars. Cars weren't as fast then.
No.
Stop, look and listen. Yes, stop, look and listen.
Was it David Prowse? Nuka Seaglass says David Prowse. That was the name of the Stop, Look and Listen guy, wasn't it?
Don't cross the road. I won't be there when you cross. I always found that a bit sinister. There he was as almost like a superhero, and he said, "Remember, I won't be there when you cross the road." And I remember watching that thinking, "Well, you bastard, why won't you be there? When I cross the road, that's when I want you to stop the traffic." It was like I felt that was a bit callous. Why couldn't you be there? You were this sort of dressed as a superhero in green, and I just thought, well, that's a bit weird.
Wasn't he also the fellow who wore the Chewbacca outfit?
Oh, I think he was Darth Vader, wasn't he? He was Darth Vader.
Yes, I knew he was.
But his voice wasn't appropriate, so they dubbed his voice with somebody else.
Use the forks, Luke. Use the forks.
If that's the story, I don't know how it goes. Anyway, thank you so much for that, Nigel. Interesting book. And if you don't want it, send it to the Vobes. I'm sure there'll be some of those cooking things we can do with it. But otherwise, I'm sure somebody else has got a better home for it than me. So we've done the bread, we've done Pruitt's Mill, we've done Nigel's book. We've got a couple more.
Oh, yeah.
We've got a few.
Earl Jones' voice that was dubbed over. And
it was whose voice?
James Earl Jones. And David Prowse actually passed away a few weeks ago.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I hope it wasn't the thought of coming on the Vobe show and being mentioned that was pushed him
Well, that's
over the
enough
edge.
to take anyone, isn't it?
Well, it is. You're still here, though.
Yeah, somehow. Must be a battle axe.
Right, back to the videos, shall we go? Hey ho, yes. Okay, we've got some. We've got 1, 2, 3. We've got 3 videos. We're going to try and run through these nice and swiftly now, I think. So we're going to start with Bernie, and it's interesting these because they're all. Well, I was going to say they're all connected. The next 3, it just so happens they're sort of all connected. You'll see why. So Bernie is in North Wales at St Winifred's, as far as I'm aware.
Now at what they call the Lords of Wales, the church in Holywell, and apparently the waters here do have curative properties. We stopped off at a place on the way up called Abercarn. It was where they used to take out the lead from the lead mines in this area. Just wanted to come around here to show you the lovely situation of this church. And there's the entrance where they allow you to put a diseased limb or whatever it is in the waters. But look at its location. Isn't that lovely?
This was a hard video, believe it or not, to condense down because there's a segment in it where I was giving out a lot of information about the industrial past of the area, which is not relevant really to this bit. So I thought I would give a very short spiel over this still, just to say a bit of information. The church itself was built in the 16th and 17th centuries around the back of the well, which itself is thought to have erupted around about the 7th century when St Winifred was martyred. Also, it's given me the chance to have a bit of a closer look. And if you look at this little building in the foreground, when you look at it to start with, you think that it's part of the whole thing. On closer examination, it's a very, very clever little addition. It's a shame it looks so sad and forlorn now, and the trees have grown up round it. In its day, I bet it looked really magnificent.
Caught me on the hop then. You caught me on the hop. I was just seeing if I could plug in a different pair of headphones. Thank you so much, Bernie, for that. I just noticed somebody said that St. Winifred's was featured in a Cadfael episode, and I was just trying to think of the name of the author. What's her name? Peters. Not Edith Peters. Oh, what's her name? Who wrote Cadfael? Someone will tell me. Which most of it is all around Shrewsbury area. Brilliant. Edith, is it Edith Peters? It's something like that, her name. Who just Ellis Peters. Thank you very much. There we go, Ellis. Or Peter Ellis, or what was it? I can't remember now. Because that wasn't her real name, was it? That was a pseudonym as well. And as I remember it. But what a beautiful building. What a fantastic, lovely building. Interesting. Like to see more about that. But that's in Holyhead in North Wales. So we're going to go straight on, and our connection with North Wales continues because David Keel has sent in a video, and he is also in North Wales. There's no way that I can pronounce this. Clochenog Forest. I know James Cameron would ring in and tell us how to pronounce it, but don't, Sean, don't. Just hold back for a moment. That's in North Wales. Fantastic scenery, wonderful, so beautiful to see. So that was really nice. Now, so those two were in Wales, and the first one was Saint Winifred. The tenuous link is that we go from one saint to another, but we're not in Wales. This is back down in Sussex, in Sompting, because Mike Stevens is in Sompting at St Mary's. See how it works? There's a lot of planning involved in this show. Mike, tell us about St Mary's.
Hello, this is Mike reporting from just outside Sompting Church, which Richard visited recently. Here is the sign, St Mary the Blessed Virgin, and the Lich Gate here, which we'll revisit at the end hopefully. And we'll just take you on a lightning tour around the church. So here it is, the church now, with the famous spire. Lovely light this morning. This spire, it's probably not unique, but it's as unique as far as I know. Very unusual spire here, and the lovely architecture of the church. The small graveyards here, the old graves. Look at the fantastic architecture there. Down more into the graveyards there. And here we have the first full view of the spire with a wonderful cross on top. The gate there. This is a video to show you just what Sompting Church and the graveyard looks like. I don't know too much, but I liked this church for years and years. I used to pass it on the train, which was sort of over there I think, on the way to work for many years, and I just gazed at this church and how fantastic it was. This is actually the first time I've actually been here. So going up at the church here, walking around. All of the graveyards here. Here we go into a shadowy part of the church now. Look at the fantastic stones looking up. Right up there. Following around here now. Looking up again at the beautiful spire. There you go, fantastic architecture. You can see the original building there. It has since been demolished and a new outhouse put on there. Really awe-inspiring. I guess that's Horsham stone on there that Richard has mentioned many times. What a fantastic view of the spire there. It's going round now. Gorgeous spire, so unique and fantastic. As I said, it's really awe-inspiring to see that. And the church is closed at the moment, the gates are locked, and the sun's coming out over there of the graveyard, and we should get a lovely view now of the spire just through the houses there. Looking back over there through the trees and the crisp, fresh ice on the ground. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that a gorgeous sight for sore eyes? Lovely video. And just finishing off the video quickly now. As we come down to the, looking through the trees and birch trees here, and finally down back to the Lich Gate where we started our video. This strange grave with the railings around is said it's into the memory of, I think, Thomas Morgan Williams. Perhaps some viewers will know who he is. And very unusual. There's the spire again, so awe-inspiring. One of the trees I saw just now was a Tibetan birch. I don't know if you spotted that by the gate there. Tibetan birch with a shiny bark, and very unusual Lich Gate. I'll show you with like a coffin, a bearer for a coffin there, the Lich Gate there. And the inscriptions of people that had died in the war there. So this is Mike signing off from the awesome Sompting Church. Thank you very much.
Well, it's lovely to see an enthusiastic man, isn't it? And what an enthusiastic man dashing around the church for us and showing us that wonderful helm spire, which is, I think, is it Saxon, Germanic Saxon, Anglo-Saxon, whatever it is. Beautiful, beautiful, absolutely amazing, and what a wonderful church. And I recorded a podcast with a gentleman who sadly died now, some years ago, who took me round, and he was one of the church, I don't think it was the church warden, but a beautiful, very lovely bloke, Colin Excel his name was, and his wife Judy was going to take me around, but Colin was the expert on that church. He knew everything about it, and he was he had some official capacity, not church warden, but something like that. But very lovely man. I've got the recording somewhere, and then he passed away. But Judy or Judith, I can't remember her name now exactly, was going to take me around last March, and then COVID happened, and we've had to postpone it. Let's go to lovely Julia and see what she's made of all the videos in the show today. We've had a fantastic time. Oh, she's smothered in bubbles. Hello.
I would have been more smothered in bubbles, but I've wasted half the mixture waiting for you.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. You just take your time.
I know you can't. Unfortunately, you can't hear the video. So. Unless you unmute the...
I can if I unmute the
YouTube feed, yeah. But then it's like there's a delay, and yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, it gives you an excuse to watch it all again later on, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Well, I'll skip through the bits with me in it.
Yeah, that's it. No, don't be silly. So we've had, that's all our stuff. I have got one more bit of art, which I'm going to try and leave for next week because we've sort of run out of time, really. From Ian Dance, we've got some pencil sketches. But Ian, if that's all right, we viewed your video, and we'll look at your art on Monday, as well as more of Billabong's art. Carry that over. But thank you so much, everybody, for the videos. Haven't we had a lovely selection today?
We've had some beautiful artworks. Thanks everybody who sent in artworks and videos and who's commented and everything. But yeah, that's been a right treat today.
And we aim to improve how this is all working. I mean, it's all sort of work in progress, and I know that people love to have a slight rough edge to it. So never fear, there's always going to be a rough edge to this show. It's never going to be quite the polished thing that one hopes it to be.
What was that term for a rough edge? Was it decal edge?
Oh yes, decal. Yes, that's right. We read that in the Children of the Archbishop book by Norman Collins in one of the Listen to Vobes episodes. Decal edged. What was he describing? The
edges of a book, wasn't it?
Yes, and because normally they are in cards or something. Or was it the door that was decal edged? I can't remember where it was that was decal edged now.
Neither can I.
Somewhere fussy. Or was it the way anyway, it doesn't matter. Mr. Pavarius was the one with the decal edges as in his nom de plume or pseudonym. What's his name? Not Barnabas. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Which one?
Mr. Pavarius is one of his nom de plumes.
Oh, yes.
When he's being his.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember. Fancy man, the one and only decal-edged show. Yes, that's a great idea. Dear, oh dear. Anyway, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in tonight. Hope you have enjoyed it. We've thoroughly enjoyed putting this together. But really, I have to say, it's all down to you. You've been absolutely fantastic. Thanks to Judith for sending in not only your artwork, but also helping to admin, and of course the lovely Julia. To all those wonderful people who've been typing and putting in comments that we've not been able to read all of them, but we do go back and look at them. And of course, to all the people who've sent in their amazing art and shared that with us, we really appreciate that, and the videos. And yes, at some point we've got to try and help people who want to know how to piece these videos together on. I thought I would do perhaps something on a mobile phone to show you how to do that in a very simple and easy way. I got to actually learn to do that on my phone because I use more complicated equipment. I know how to do it complicated. How to do it on my phone I've never done, but I'll learn that and make a video. Sounds like fun.
And thanks to you, Richard, for putting this all together.
Oh, you don't have to thank me. I'll be doing it if nobody listens. Yeah, that's the truth of it.
Well, thank you anyway.
Oh, well, thank you very much. And of course, the show wouldn't be the show without interesting words like ascorbic acid. Nootka Sea Glass has given me something to go and find. Ascorbic acid to make my bread just rise a bit more air. Although this loaf, I have to say, is so delicious. It's the best loaf I've made. I love it. It is as heavy as a brick, but there we are.
Well, if you get any intruders, you know what to reach for.
Yeah.
A loaf of bread.
Yeah, well, if I get any intruders, I know it'll be you nicking my bread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one, because you sneezed on the rest of it.
Oh, yes, you won't want any of the other stuff. Anyway, there we go. That's it for today. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend, whatever you're up to. We'll be back on Monday. Will you be back to join me on Monday? Lovely, Julia.
I believe so.
Super duper. We may well be able to, Julia may well by then be able to take your phone calls as well. In fact, it may be that I don't need to be here and Julia just runs the show. I can just push the knobs and concentrate on that and she just runs the show. That would be great. Wouldn't that be a good show? Yeah. Anyway, there we go. Thanks very much. Take care, one and all. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up. You can, of course, support the show by sending in a small donation to thebaldexplorer.com. All the details are on the website. But otherwise, have a wonderful weekend, and thank you so much. And that is it from us. Thank you, Julia, for joining me.
Thank you for having me here.
It's all right. Having you there is much easier than having you here in these COVID days.
I can't hit the mic. There's no mic to hit. Well, I could. It's over there.
No. Go on. Give me another slap.
Oh.
Missed.
Gotcha?
Yeah. Swine. Right, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Take care, look after yourselves. Until next time.
Take it easy and see you later.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.